a live out repost. What's up, everybody? What's good? Oh yeah, y'all come to TikTok so I can hear y'all because I forgot it echo. I gotta turn my volume off over here. Computer. I can't hear y'all.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok.
Oh. Can you hear me?
There go D.
Oh, I'm not
Who
even.
you with, Rick?
Everybody good?
Yep, I can hear you, Rick. All right.
How they over there on TikTok? It should be good.
No, echo. You might have to do that mic you did yesterday.
It was D. Did you echo?
Oh, it's on. D good now. All right, Rick. You say something?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's echo. I still hear it though.
I gotta put my headphones on. That's what I gotta do.
D gotta put his headphones on. You good, Rick? Okay. What's up, everybody? Yeah, so everybody come on in, double tap the screen. We got some news to go over today. If you went to Telegram, I gave y'all some homework. I thought it would be funny to call it homework, but Citibank, I put that PDF file in the Patreon for y'all to look at. I told y'all we was gonna go over it on live today. So Citi put out it's called $5.5 trillion tokenization revolution. It's based on Citi's Tokenization 2030 report. Okay, Citi put out, I think yesterday or the day before, they put out Tokenization 2030. Say what the fuck getting ready to happen, and that's exactly why we getting ready to go over it. If you in the Patreon, I put the PDF file in there earlier this morning or afternoon for some of y'all, but yeah, it should be in. We're gonna go over it though, because Citi ain't, and this is a major bank putting people on game, letting everybody know what is getting ready to happen. You know, going up until 2030, like literally telling people. So
Yeah.
this is the live definitely to share because this is where I feel like it will resonate with people because people will see that a major bank is telling you that we're moving on chain and we're tokenizing all our assets. Everything will be tokenized. You know what I'm saying? They sitting here telling people it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and this is a major bank discussing this. So this is definitely the live to share out to all the people that don't understand or all the doubters that kind of want to hear it from a major bank like Citi. So definitely share the live out. Definitely will tap the screen, like button on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm curious too, my damn self. See what's going on with Citibank, fam. One of the big four in America.
Exactly.
Shout out to y'all.
So yeah, let's get the 10K likes over here on TikTok. What's up? Shout out to Vintage Black. He said utilizing blockchain clarity. Exactly. Huge contradiction when you know what's going on, but you know, the average Joe don't know that they on the back end over here utilizing blockchain technology. So they think that, you know, they're looking out for their best interests this whole time. They are seeing the public.
They are. And the bad thing about it is people are going to stay confused until it becomes abundantly clear. But if you've been following the documentation, just like, you know, how we're about to go over now, if you've been reading, you know, the certain white papers, if you've been reading the paperwork, you know that they've been using this shit.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, y'all, let's get them likes up. We are at 7K on TikTok. Let's get to 10K. Let's keep double tapping the screen. We need to get back to those 100K days. The likes in the comments really. Let's run the likes up. Double tap the screen.
What's good, Tino? I see you. What's good?
Tino in the building. What's good, Tino? What up, Tino?
What's good, Steve?
What's good, Peachy? What's good, everybody? Yeah, let's run the likes up. Let's get them likes up. Rick, what that trade looking like before I get into the Citi thing? The Citi thing kind of linked.
Yeah.
lengthy. I ain't gonna lie, it's probably 15 minutes.
No, it's cool because I'm not in the trade, but it did what I told you it was going to do. It hit the right of that top of that line. Yep, and it's coming down.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, man, make sure y'all tap in with On Crypto for those that want a copy trading platform. Again, that's the platform that dropped here is copy trading. Because now you get to mirror your favorite traders' trades. You may not have time to trade or have time to learn. You can still be making passive income from trading. So again, this is the biggest platform to drop this year. So make sure y'all tap in. We go out live. So make sure y'all stay locked in with them likes. Okay, we at 12K. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep running it up though. We got to get back to them 100K days. So I'll share the Citi PDF file because nothing that I'm getting ready to say is me, D, or Rick. This is Citibank talk, okay? Because y'all ain't gonna say, oh yeah, that's not. No, these are facts. These are not opinions. This is not what we believe. This is not how we feel. This is the Citibank. I can't emphasize that. This is Citibank, okay? So let me pull this little PDF file out. Here we go. Can y'all see it?
Yep. Tokenization 2030. Damn. Woo.
All right, yeah, Tokenization 2030, man. So this is Citibank, which is a top. What they a top 3 bank? Top? Are they number 2? Is JP Morgan Chase, Citibank after JP?
In the top.
Who at the
Bank of America?
I know they top 5.
Yeah, they definitely top.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely top.
Okay. So yeah, they're called. So this is the PDF, as you can see, June 2026. So this is a new document. This is not just came. It's only June while we're doing this live stream. So Wall Street on chain. So they're calling it a $5.5 trillion tokenization revolution. So we'll start with So yeah, I'm gonna start here. So they're talking about $17 billion is how they kind of start. So that's the size of the tokenized asset market right now. It's $17 billion. So today, as we're sitting here, it's $17 billion. So the second number that they talk about is the 5.5 trillion that I'm talking about. So that's Citi's base case forecast for where the same market is headed by 2030. So they're not saying 2030 and beyond, it'll be by 2030, which means the next 3.5 years, we'll be at $5.5 trillion. So we're only 17 billion right now. That's a drastic shift. 17 billion, 5.5 trillion with a T. Okay. So this is Citibank Financial publishing a full institutional research report called the Tokenization 2030 Wall Street on Chain, which is the PDF file I'm showing you guys on the screen. And today, we're gonna just walk what they said, what it means, and most importantly, what has to be true for that $5 to really happen. So here's the thing: Citi doesn't just give you the number; they give you the roadmap, the kill list. That was the main reason why I wanted to go over this. They give you the roadmap, and they point to the specific infrastructure that makes it possible. So yes, this is going to be a very important live stream that you guys are in right now. Okay, so they do point out Chainlink. Now Chainlink CCIP. They do point out Chainlink in this PDF file. Okay, so so if you don't know what tokenization is, I'll just briefly give y'all the definition. Tokenization is the process of representing a RED as a token on a blockchain or distributed ledger. So that asset could be a U.S. Treasury bond, a share of Apple, a money market fund, a piece of real estate, a commodity, gold. So here's what a token. This is important. It's not magic. Tokenizing asset does not change its legal nature. A tokenized treasury bond is still a treasury bond. Okay. So yeah. So I'll skip that part. That's important on your own time if you really understand tokenization, what it is, and all of that. So Citi's forecast. Let's talk about that. So Citi lays out 3 scenarios for the tokenized asset market 2030. So the case is 2.7 trillion. So they're even telling you at mid going to be 2.7 trillion. The base case is 5.5 trillion and the bull case is 8.2 trillion. I think they are lowballing the fuck out of these numbers, but I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna stay with the facts. But all three of those numbers are massive. Even the bear case represents 150k x from where we are today, which is at 17 billion. So that's so now what's in that $5.5 trillion base case? So what assets are actually being tokenized on this topic? And this surprised a lot of people when the report came out. So they say the early growth is not going to be led by exotic illiquid private assets. It's going to be led by number one, U.S. equities and U.S. treasuries. Why? Because these markets are already massive, already standardized, already have global demand, and efficiency gains from tokenization are enormous. Number two is liquid collateral. So think about the repo market, margin calls, collateral management. These are multi-trillion-dollar markets that currently run slow, manual tokenization, real time. That's the drastic shift here, real time. And here's a number that you your mind. So Citi says that if just 10% of U.S. retail investors use 30, that alone could create Syrian in demand. So that's what they got that 2.6, 2.7 trillion. 10% of U.S. investors. That's not a lot. And then the 10%, not a majority, not mass adoption, just 1%. That's how big the underlying market is. So this is a huge shift that's coming to. That's why I keep telling y'all, us on the blockchain, us going to instant payments, it changes the whole planet. Like it changes everything because there's so much money that's getting ready to be moved around 24/7. That's why the banks look crazy trying to act like they Clarity Act when y'all benefit the most out of this. So this is, you know what I'm saying? This is how you know like what's happening is huge. So let's talk about the catalyst. So they said they named 3 in this PDF file. So catalyst number 1, market infrastructure incumbents are building it. So this isn't startups anymore. Citi specifically calls it DTCC, the New York Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ. As great in tokenization and core work. The DTCC, which y'all know is the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, is the backbone of U.S. security settlement. They process tens of trillions of dollars in transactions every year. When DTCC starts building tokenized infrastructure, that's not a pilot, that's a signal. Then catalyst, regulated on-chain money is emergent. So what we talked about earlier, assets on-chain need money on-chain. So Citi's companion report on stablecoin projects $1.9 trillion in stable by 2030, which is base case, a $4 trillion case, and a 50x velocity. That 1.9 trillion in stablecoins could support $100 trillion in transaction activity annually. So this is the cash leg of the DVP equation finally showing up at scale. Showing up at scale. So catalyst number 3 is the regulatory clarity is improving. So institutions don't move until they know the rules. And for the first time, we're seeing major jurisdictions, the EU, Singapore, the UAE, actually publishing frameworks for digital assets, stable coins, and tokenized securities. Coincidence, that's the precondition for institutional capital to flow. Now, and this is where I want to add that Citi's report points to, but doesn't. There's a fourth that I believe is just as important as the other 3. The interoperability standard has arrived, and that standard is the Chainlink CCIP. Okay, talk about the Chainlink CCIP, and it's so here's the problem that Citi identifies but doesn't fully solve. They talk about the messy hybrid period. They talk about legacy systems and new blockchain rails running side by side. They talk about interoperability being critical. But I'll tell you how that interoperability actually works. Imagine the tokenized financial system of 2030. You've got JP Morgan running their own private blockchain on Connexes, the DTCC running their collateral app chain, public networks like Avalanche, central bank digital networks, and private bank chain. A universal interoperability protocol. All of these digital filings, a tokenized treasury on JP Morgan's chain can't settle against a stablecoin on Ethereum. So a collateral call on the DTCC's chain can't be met by an asset private ledger. That's the fragmentation problem, and it's the single biggest technical Citi's $5.5 trillion forecast. So Chainlink CCIP, which is the cross-chain protocol, is the solution. So think of CCIP as the TCP or IP of tokenized finance. Just like TCP or IP allowed different computer networks to communicate with each other and give the internet, CCIP allowed for blockchain networks to communicate with the tokenized financial system. So you can look at CCIP if you want to get more information.
So on the investor side, that's going to help investors instantly, move the collateral, fam, like, and maximize those yields for those DeFi protocols instantly. So when you talk about that fragmentation and stuff like that, you're talking about capital efficiency at scale, fam. What?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh.
So yeah, no, that is a good point. Yeah, they about to go crazy.
Yeah. And mind you, the CCIP, they also working with who? Swift. They're also working with the DTCC. They're also working with BNY Mellon. So come on, fam. On the investor side, you good if you tapped in.
Exactly. So again, look at the Chainlink CCIP. You know what I'm saying? One better understanding. What you was about to say, Rick?
Yeah, things they couldn't do. No, I was just gonna say, like, it's like the financial infrastructure is getting abilities, superpowers, really, things that they weren't able to do with money in ways that at one point in time was unfathomable is now fathomable because of blockchain. And it just creates this whole new opportunity, and it opens up access to so many people. I mean, that's why it's revolutionary. It really is revolutionary, and this is a revolutionary moment in history, because when you open up access, capital, liquidity, the humanity evolves as well. Just same way with the technology. And so we really are, like, we're just in the beginning of really a beautiful state that's going to blossom out of this, but we're just in the middle of the chaos of it. But we can clearly see with everything that we know, with everything that's taking place, what's on the other side of this. And it's beautiful for humanity and for people to change their lives financially. But right now in the middle of it, it's crazy. But yeah, it's just amazing to see, but also to be able to conceptualize this, because most people can't even really conceptualize the old financial system, let alone conceptualize and then comprehend and then articulate the magnitude of where we are right now and where it's going. So even that in itself is just next level. But just more and more confirmation, man. Just more and more confirmation.
For sure, because again, this is Citibank. This is from Citibank. This isn't some presentation media Rick created. This is straight from Citibank, guys. So the money legs. So they talk about stable. Basically, it's about the core argument that they have is that you can't have a fully functional tokenized asset market without money. So yeah, then it just talks about stablecoin on chain. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but it talks about structural orchestrators. So they call structural orchestrators, and this is one of the most important ideas in the entire report. So in today's financial system, value is fragmented across dozens of intermediaries: custodians, transfer agents, clearinghouses, settlement networks, prime brokers, fund administrators. Takes a cut. So each one adds latency. So each one is a point of failure. So in a tokenized world, a firm that can control the end-to-end stack, issuance, distribution, settlement, compliance, more economics. Citi calls these firms structural orchestrators. So ones who would find the financial architecture. So who are the candidates? So they say large custodian banks who RO the assets and can add tokenization, market infrastructure provider, the DTC who controls settlement, technology platform that provide interoperability. And here, Chainlink's position as the stand connecting all of these players is significant. And then asset managers who can automate complex product structures using programmable tokens. So the key here is that tokenization doesn't just make existing processes faster, it enables entirely new financial products, programmable bonds that automatically reinvest coupons, funds that rebound in real time, collateral that moves 24/7 without manual intervention. So first, we'll capture the new revenue pools. And then it talks about the hybrid period, and they talk about a reality in these files as well. So Sid is very clear about this. Important that this is not a switch flip. This is not token in 2025 and by 2026 everything is on chain. Citi explicitly describes a messy hybrid period. That is exactly what we're going through. A messy hybrid period. Legacy and tokenized systems run in parallel. So they compare it to the easy pass transition. So cash lanes and electronic lanes coexisting for a long time before the cash lanes disappear. So what I mean practically? So it just means it's optional. It's the price of admission. Systems that can't talk to each other will be left behind. Standards matter enormously. So whoever sets the standard, which is like ISO 222 for messaging, TCP for cross-chain, wins the long game. Regulatory fragmentation. That's why we was telling y'all in the beginning, if your bank was not moving on to the ISO 222 for their messenger system, you need to find another bank because they're not going to survive. Yeah. So that's what's happening here.
Yeah. Nah, that's a great point. You know what I mean? Because everything's moving on chain, right? This is the future of finance, and a lot of people. It's just like what Rick said. It's like we still early to a lot of these different phases, but a lot of people are going to wake up one day and the shit is just going to be like so different outside, right? Because 2030, if we really want to think about it, 2030 is like 2 seconds away. It's really two seconds away. It's not really that far away. So
no,
people are going to be waking up in 2028 and 2029 because you said by 2030. You didn't say 2030 and after that. You said by 2030. So that really means 28, 29 for real.
Yeah. And I think once the Clarity Act is passed, you're gonna start seeing a lot, and that's why I was telling you all. And I've said it, but yeah, passes changes after that. A lot of y'all lose your job when the Clarity Act is as well. Like that's because now they can automate, everything. They're not gonna need, certain positions. Like it's a lot. The Clarity Act, it has a bigger impact than just us coming up on these mints. Like I think everybody. When the Clarity Act passes, it changes in the world. So, but yeah, then it just goes over the big picture summary here. So, yeah, it just basically summarizes everything from 24 to 2030. Putting out, following us, we went over to 2024 when they came out with that one, and we pulled that up too, back in 2024. So, yeah, so Citi Tokenization 2030 report tells us the destination $1.5 trillion tokenized assets by 2030 by U.S. equities, treasuries, and liquid collateral. Then it says the fuel, so regulated on money, so $1.9 trillion in stablecoins. So Citi's basically banking on stablecoins, enabling the cash leg of every trade. The catalyst, infrastructure, income and building it. So it just talks about the DTCC, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ. Regulatory clarity, improving, and digitally native investors demanding 24/7 access. That's been so the missing piece that makes it all work is a universal interoperability standard, and that standard is Chainlink CCIP, already live in production with Swift, the DTCC, CNY Mellon, UBS, JP, dozens of the largest financial institutions. So the transition is going to be messy, which is definitely messy. And that this is messy, hybrid, gradual, but inevitable. So they use that easy pass moment for global finance. And the winners are going to be the structural or end-to-end stack built on open interoperable standards. So the question isn't whether this happens. Citi has answered that. The question is who builds the infrastructure, who sets the standards, and who positions themselves on this trend. So I think we have where the smart money is. We go over it every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, just to bring another point about the CCIP, you know, they're battle tested, fam. Like when we talk about, you know, security from a security standpoint, it was really built to last. It was really built to last for these types of instances. You know what I mean? Because they know that they was going to be used for the institutions. That's why, you know, wasn't the dude from Chainlink over there at the White House when all them people was there last year or the year before, whenever that was? Yeah. So it's already been battle tested. So it's no surprise to y'all that been listening to us and been here that they're using the CCIP. It's battle tested already. So they already know it was built to last.
For sure. So, D, make sure they can hear me breaking up real bad. So I guess my internet. Just make sure they can hear me. I'm gonna take myself off so they can hear me.
Okay.
I know y'all want to see my beautiful face. If you want to see my beautiful face, you gotta go TikTok.
Okay.
I'm about to come down.
You coming down? All right. All right. I'm gonna turn my headphones off so they can hear you. Give me a second.
I kept telling y'all, and even if you only can get 5, I'm telling y'all, Chainlink plays a huge role in this. I think he good with 5. But, you know, let the rich, you know, everybody's so rich and wealthy, so they let the rest of the rich and wealthy crypto bros tell you need 100,000 of them, so whatever. I think 5. Truth be told, but of course, accumulate, keep dollar cost averaging, not financial advice, for sure. But Chainlink is one. I'm just, you know, watching Bitcoin become a 6-figure asset with basically no utility other than being a store of value. And I'm not trying to shit on Bitcoin, but we watched basically a meme coin go to $126,000. So my thought process is these assets have utility. They have a real role. Like, this is a whole different scale. So we watched Bitcoin go to 126. What the fuck is assets like Chainlink gonna do here momentarily? Polygon, Algorand, Avalanche, all these tokens, XDC, XRP, like, where are they going? Because they actually have a use case. They have a purpose. Where are those assets going? So that's why I'm saying I think you're good with 5, but again, keep dollar cost averaging. Get what you can afford. Don't be listening to these people out here that's fake rich telling you need 50,000 XRP tokens. If you believe XRP is going to be high in value, you should not be sitting here trying to shit on people if they don't got 50,000 tokens. If you believe it's going to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, then you have no reason to think otherwise. So SHX is another good play for sure. SHX is another good play.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. 1 second. We're going to go to the next article. So, yeah, that, again, we put this PDF file in the Telegram. So, if y'all want to tap in the Telegram for that link, for that PDF file. So, yeah, let's talk about these MasterCard. That was the other big news that came out today. I got to go over that real quick. MasterCard, they expanded their support to USDC, PYUSD, ROUSD, and stablecoin settlement. This was some huge news that came out today regarding MasterCard. So MasterCard expands stablecoin settlement. So let's see. Let's talk about the plumber real quick. So what exactly did MasterCard announce? So this is not saying your average consumer will now pay with USDC at checkout. This is about settlement. How money moves between the financial institutions that sit behind card payments issuers. So the bank that issued your card and acquirers, so that's the merchant and the payment processor. So MasterCard says it's expanded its network level settlement options to include intraday settlement, weekend and holiday settlement, and importantly, the ability to settle on-chain using regulated stablecoins alongside traditional fiat processes. So which stablecoins are supported? MasterCard listed a roster of stablecoins it intends to support for settlement, including Circle's USDC, Paxos issued stablecoins, so that's PYUSD, USDG, and USDP. Ripple's ROUSD, and then you got SoFi. So SoFi's SoFi USD. So notice, regulated stablecoins, MasterCard is positioning this as a responsible adoption. So notice they only use the ones that was regulated, the ones that passed audits.
Right.
Look, the ones that pass audits.
Tether wasn't mentioned, right?
No, they were not mentioned in this article. No, Tether was not mentioned. So MasterCard, yeah, they're positioning this as responsible adoption, bringing stablecoins into the network in a way that fits compliance expectations. Compliance expectations. Then it gets more interesting. So which blockchains does MasterCard mention? Let's talk about that. MasterCard said these stablecoins will be enabled across supported networks, including Arbitrum, Base, shout out to Coop, shout out to Sid, Base, Canton, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Tempo, and guess what? The XRP ledger. Because I know y'all was waiting. Couldn't wait to type that joint up. Y'all was ready. Like, they ain't say nothing about XRP yet. They said RUSD. Y'all was ready. Y'all was ready. Nope, they're using the XRP ledger. So just that list alone tells you what's happening. MasterCard is not betting on a single chain winning. I'm going to say that one more time. MasterCard is not betting on a single chain winning. So if MasterCard is not betting on a single chain winning, why do you still listen to those tribal crypto brothers? You shouldn't either. You shouldn't. So all these motherfuckers out here talking about, so it's going to be Chainlink, it's going to be Metal, it's going to be XRP. It's multiple chains. It won't be one single chain. I don't know why y'all want to be in a gang so bad, but y'all love some tribalism. Okay, it will not be betting on a single chain winning. They're building a settlement layer that can work across multiple ecosystems. Multiple ecosystems, which is why we have been telling you guys since we've been coming on in 2022, diversify your portfolio. Stop listening. And I'm talking about XRP tribal influencers, Metal tribal influencers, Chainlink tribal influence. This is why I kept telling y'all, stop listening to them people. Multiple ecosystems. Not just one. Okay? This is why y'all gotta let the tribalism go. We're here to make money. I don't care about all of that. I don't care about none of these companies. Somebody Coop told D yesterday, y'all didn't tell XRP happy birthday. I don't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. I saw it. I saw it before I got on. I don't give a fuck. XRP ain't made me an M yet. Me and XRP have nothing to discuss until I get that M. Till we get to them M. I don't give two shits about XRP's birthday. I didn't give a fuck. I'm not gonna give a fuck about XLM, XDC, HBAR, Metal. I ain't even fuck about none of their birthdays until they make me an M.
They would say happy birthday. We can sing happy birthday every fucking day, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck. Does XRP give a fuck about Kween birthday? Because if he gave a fuck about Kween birthday, about 2 birthdays ago, Kween should have been at $1 million. That's about 2 birthdays ago. I don't think XRP gives a fuck about Kween. Because if XRP gave a fuck about Kween probably wouldn't be on this live stream. I'd be somewhere in Cancun with one of y'all fine ass daughters with my feet up. With my feet up. So yeah, I don't care about XRP. We here to make money on us. We don't care about all that.
Nah,
don't give a fuck. Truthfully. But yeah, just to kind of end the MasterCard one, MasterCard also names early expected supporters for the settlement optionality. So they name a couple banks. I ain't heard of none of these, but it's in the United States and Latin America. CBW Bank, Cross River, Lead Bank, Nueve, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and then ARQ.
Okay. They got money.
So, yeah,
they got money. They got money. They got money. If they was mentioned, they got some money. You know?
They got some money. Yeah, they got some money on us. Yeah. So yeah. That's pretty much the MasterCard news. So I just want you all to see that MasterCard is expanding their support with stablecoin settlement, and they are using the XRP ledger and others. You know, they're using Tempo, Solana, Polygon, Ethereum, Canton, Base, and Arbitrum. So it will be multiple chains. So they ain't banking on one chain because that ain't smart to bank on one chain. So here we go. Shout out to MasterCard.
Not put all the eggs in one basket.
Exactly. I'm looking for Visa to clap back in a couple days. We should have a Visa article coming to y'all very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it's tomorrow. So we'll go to the next one. Rick, you got anything you wanted to share yet? You want to wait?
No. I'm gonna enter something. If I need to enter something, we can go only crypto at the end.
Okay. So I'm gonna let D go over this Kraken article right quick, and then we'll get into only crypto. Pull this Kraken one up.
Release the Kraken.
Oh, Kraken, whatever the hell their name is.
Oh yeah. We know what you mean. That's at North Carolina.
Y'all know I'm country. So anybody say something about how I pronounce words? I don't care. I'm a little country. I don't care.
So Kraken. We all good.
Shayla said she want to join only crypto. Rick. Shayla Brooks.
I got her. Yeah.
Kraken to offer tokenized U.S. IPO access for global retail investors via X stocks. Everything moving on chain, fam. Everything. Stocks, bonds, real estate, your ID, the damn passport, the birth certificate. Everything is moving on chain. Okay. So let's talk about it real quick. What are they saying? Kraken's parent company, Payward, says it's about to let regular retail users around the world participate in U.S. IPOs at the IPO. I'm going to say that again. Kraken, they got a parent company called Payward, says it's going to let retail users around the world, just regular people, participate in U.S. IPOs at the IPO. But instead of getting traditional brokerage shares, users will receive tokenized shares through a system called X stocks. So this is a huge deal because the IPO allocations at the offering price are usually limited to institutions, wealthy people, wealthy clients, private banking clients, and platforms tightly connected to the underwriters. Those are the only people that really have access to this shit. But what problem they're trying to solve is because most retail investors can't buy at the IPO, because they aren't in the group. They aren't in the good old boys club. Right. And then in some countries, they can't access the U.S. IPO allocation systems at all. Right. And then by the time the stock starts trading publicly, the price has already jumped. Price already went through the roof. Right. So how it works, how it's going to work step by step. Right. Make sure y'all double tap in the screen. Make sure y'all sharing a lot. The indication, number one, the indication of interest windows opens before the IPO. So weeks before a company lists, Kraken and partner exchanges open a period where users can submit an indication of interest, an IOI, and then the users submit a non-binding offer. So basically, for example, like I'd like to buy X amount within this price range, right? And then they got a non-binding where you're signaling demand, not guaranteeing a purchase. So number two, Payword, right? The parent company, Payword, aggregates demand. So Payword pools all that interest across participating exchanges and partners. And then Payword also works with the underwriting syndicate. So they'll say they're coordinate with the underwriters, the banks that's running the IPO, that's the underwriters. And then on behalf of X stock partners platforms. So to try to secure allocations at the offering price. So this is called a key TradeFi bridge. Right? It only works if the underwriters actually allocate the shares. And then they talk about the listing day. The allocation is finalized, the shares are tokenized and then distributed. And then on IPO day, the allocations are determined, the shares are tokenized, and they're backed one-to-one by the underlying stock, fam. The actual stock is held in custody by a regulated entity. So this shit is official. And then eligible users receive the tokenized shares on the exchange.
This is big.
Hell yeah. This might be.
This is a money move.
There's some big news today, fam. Between Citibank, MasterCard, and this shit, this is some big shit. And then go ahead.
No, I was just saying the headlines is did y'all Kraken is offering tokenized US IPO access.
Yeah.
Gang.
Around the world.
For global retail investors, gang. And everybody can make money. Bro, honestly, if you're not rich by 2035, that's your fault, gang. That's your fault. You're not proactive, you're lazy, and you're a robot. That's the only way I can put it. You enjoy being told what to do. You enjoy, not thinking for yourself and not doing anything outside of a traditional job. That's it's going to be solely your fault if you're solely dependent on universal high income. Because Elon is not capping when he's tweeting that stuff. He's telling y'all, you're going to be on universal high income. How do y'all think they're going to combat all this unemployment? Everybody keeps asking, that's not possible, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. It's called being a welfare nation. So, like, again, if you ain't got no, and I ain't even saying you got to have $1 billion by 2035, but if you ain't sitting on more than an M, you know what I'm saying, just in an emergency savings, it's your fault, gang. It's your fault. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I agree.
This is just a huge article.
I agree. So X stocks. Oh, go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
No, I was going to add on that too, because you guys understand. A lot of people be looking at certain digital assets and they're worried about the market cap, and they're trying to compare the market cap. Look, you can't even, don't even evaluate market cap right now. Don't even look at it, especially when you start talking about global access, global liquidity. You know, the opportunity here is you cannot cap it, is all I'm trying to say. Is do not try to cap where this market, where these assets can go, because nobody really even can really grasp the magnitude of how much money and access and opportunity globally is getting ready to flow through these assets. You can't really project it. There's no model for it. You know, all we know that is we're talking about quadrillions of dollars, global access, unbanked people all across the world having access to it, fractionalized 24/7. It's truly unbelievable. It's next level. And just don't look at something and say, well, it can only go so high. No, there's a lot of variables and dynamics you're not really considering.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. This is some big shit. This is some big shit, fam. So X stocks was originally developed by Backed Finance and then later acquired by Payward. And then they specifically mentioned interoperability across Ethereum, Solana, and Ton. And then they also talk about different stats. You know, they talk about the growth stats: $30 billion total transaction volume and $6 billion settled on chain. You don't think that's going to increase? You don't think that's going to increase by 2030? You be out your mind if you don't think that's going to increase. And then 120,000 plus unique holders. So, damn, wow. What this signals in the long run is that this is another step for TradeFi and crypto blending together, fam. Traditional IPO allocation and custody on one side, and then tokenization, global distribution, what Rick was just talking about with the global liquidity, global access, plus DeFi portability on the other. If it works at scale, it could reduce the IPO for insiders feeling, and it could create a new global retail channel for US listings. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do it. So, you know, what to watch for next is, you know, the regulations, of course, you know, the participation with the underwriters, the rights and limitations, the liquidity and trading, and the DeFi usage. So, Kraken, Kraken. I might have to give me a Kraken account. I might have to.
We talked about it in that Wall Street. I told y'all that was looking at Kraken. Kurt put me on game about Kraken.
Yeah, facts. We did talk about that.
Somebody said Polygon 9 cent, go scoop some. No, for sure. Definitely do your due diligence on Polygon. Rick, you ready to talk about other crypto?
Yeah. We could I could just throw something up. I had nothing to pull up on screen, but definitely, yeah. Okay. So obviously y'all already know, like, this market, the opportunity right now in the digital asset space, it's always about being first and being aware of the opportunities that exist and capitalizing on it. And so, you know, we guys, I built some on the XRP ledger, only crypto. We're making money whether the market goes up or down, you know, and that's the thing about knowing how to trade. When you know how to trade, there are a lot of digital assets that are moving. Even when, you know, Bitcoin is moving down, people are still making money. And there are other assets that are moving up while Bitcoin is moving down. And if the trader is knowing how to capitalize on those assets and make those moves, you want to put yourself in position to capitalize on those assets and make those moves as well. And that's what we built on the XRP ledger. Your ability to acquire a membership, follow professional traders, and have your account make the same exact trades that those professional traders are making in real time. We're talking about real transparency, real traders with real results. So they have losses, but they also have wins. And this is why, you know, in this market right now, we're talking about, you know, not only buy cryptocurrency, which I'm a major proponent in buying, obviously, these digital assets. You want to buy these assets, but I tell people all the time, if you're relying on one stream of income, you're just a disaster waiting to happen. You want to have multiple streams of income. You want to put yourself in position to capitalize on these markets, not just by holding, but also leveraging the up and down movements of them, the longs and the shorts. And so with Only Crypto, you guys, we're taking advantage, with our traders. And obviously, a lot of you guys already know Crypto Cliff, multi-millionaire, successful trader. We have more traders coming, giving you access to this blockchain and crypto futures trading activity with this membership. And folks, we just launched phase 2. So now we got the academy is up. So when we talk about education, blockchain, crypto, trading, DeFi, with this AI interactive full academy from elementary, high school, to university level knowledge on blockchain, crypto, and everything, fully complete with tests and certifications. And you're actually getting paid in fractions of XRP to go through the education, go through the academy. You get fractions of XRP just for logging in. That's another feature of Only Crypto. I just also announced the Only Crypto token, which is going to benefit from the growth of the whole ecosystem in itself. Okay, so we build an enterprise over here. This platform right now, we're just going to start to believe we're going to grow this company and this platform to $1 billion plus market cap. This thing is going to be huge, okay, because of where we are in the economy and people's need to access professional traders in this market, access to education and more. So make sure you guys tap in. You know what I'm saying? Group economics and blockchain at its finest. Only Crypto, definitely link is in the bio.
Facts.
Make sure y'all check it out, gang. Again, that's the biggest platform to drop this year. Y'all see how it's huge. It's huge. It's a game changer. That's definitely something you guys want to be early to. Probably like I was something like this was out a minute ago. Niggas would have been on. But no, Rick created something special, so make sure y'all check it out. The link is in the bio. You know what I'm saying? I think Rick gonna start trading momentarily here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can start making some money with Rick as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely considering opening that up for people to be able to take advantage of my trades as well. I got a pretty good track record in the last 30 days, up 50% in profits on my trading history. So by the end of the week, definitely will let you guys know if that feature will be available. But we definitely winning, folks. We definitely winning. I mean, even right now, I did open up a trade, and it's up 11%, about $60 for me right now. I could show that on screen if you want. Let me pull it up. Yeah. Right here, open. So I got in this trade just so I could really show it on live, and I'm shorting it, but let me see here. So right now we are at 30. It's in the middle of a trade, but obviously, 35% or $35, $7. It's in the middle of a trade right now. But if I go to my position history, matter of fact, here, let me pull this. It might be better. Let me go back, and I'm gonna show you guys what I've been able to do here in a little bit. Let me pull this up. Let me close this.
Over 100K. Let's keep pushing.
And
110K. Keep pushing.
Open up this right here. All right, so you got the screen up, Queen?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, pull that screen up. Yeah, this is better. So this is what I've been able to do in the last 30 days. Actually, let me update it. Let me change it. All right, so in the last 7 days, 52% on my money, and then in the last 30 days, 128%. So right now, that's just my personal trading account, which we have professional traders that also trading. I'll probably open up the ability for people to also follow my trades up here within by the end of the week. But like I said, with trading, you have wins and you have losses. So make no mistake. But in the last 30 days, I'm up 128%. And right now, oh, that trade looking real nice. Let me. You can see right here it says I got an open trade, OPN. I got a short, right? That trade is now up 50, 67, 380. Okay, let me pull that one up for you guys real quick. Crazy. Yeah, let me show y'all this money real quick in real time. Shout out to Queen. Queen was like, man, put something on the screen for him real quick. I was like, all right, let me find a trade. because I know how to look in this market. So all right, is it open? Y'all got that screen up?
I gotta hit it. There we go.
In the screen. I'm gonna put in the that way I'll make money out of this regardless. All right, so before this might close out, because I did enter a stop loss at $100. So regardless, I'm in profit on this trade. Right now, as you can see in this trade, I'm up $267. Right, on 54% on this trade. I put in $500 on the trade. Even if the trade starts to reverse on me, I've already got my stop loss at $100. So the most I'll make out of this trade is $100. I literally just entered this trade on a live screen only because also one of my indicators hit, which was up here. And right now we're trending further down. So on this short, if you guys were copying this trade with me right now, you'll be up 75% right now. And actually, since I just entered this trade, I do need to enter in a TP, which I'll look at it. But yeah, I just want to show that to y'all in real time. Like, we're making money. Copy trading, mirror trading. Definitely tap in onlycrypto.io. Link is in the bio.
Facts. Nah, it's tough. Actually, it's tough. Tough.
Let me flip my camera back 1 second. Yo, where's my gold bars from Carrot Bars? I don't even know what Carrot Bars is. Are you talking to me or Rick?
Who says that?
Somebody said.
Hey, some people. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you.
I don't even know what Carrot.
They be trolling.
Yeah, niggas trolling like shit.
Nah. Look, this is the thing. So we were in a gold company back in 2018. They delivered physical gold to your home. Some people didn't get the gold delivered, and the company went down because they got into bad business deals with somebody else, and some people didn't get their gold, and most people got their gold. So this might be an individual who didn't get their gold. Yeah, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
You don't own the company, so your beef is not.
I own the company.
Your beef is with the
company. This is from 2018.
2018.
This is 2018. Yeah, this is 2018.
10 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Wow.
That's crazy.
Y'all gotta go take y'all anger out on the correct people.
Yeah, nah, definitely, because we was getting gold. I still got Carrot Bars gold. You know what I'm saying? We still getting gold today. But hey, brother, if you still want to get gold and silver, you know what I'm saying? Look, we at Cost Metals, we getting gold and silver at cost. Just make sure you get your stuff delivered. You know what I mean? Get it physical. That's why we talk about in cryptocurrency, not your keys, not your cheese. Like, keep your crypto assets in your own non-custodial, decentralized self-custody wallet. When it comes to your physical assets, silver and gold, don't let a company hold it. Put it in your own safe. Keep it in your own physical possession. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a learning lesson. We grow and we learn, and that's investing. That's, you're going to have wins and you're going to have losses. You know what I mean? So you did the right thing by investing in gold, but you just made the mistake where you let the company hold your money. No, hold the gold. Keep the gold in your physical possession.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple more articles to go through. Not too many. I do have a Clarity Act. It was not too much of an update, but it's just talking about the Clarity Act survival. Depending on the U.S. Senate, is getting a lot of non-crypto work done. So we'll discuss that. But we got this Franklin Templeton. I'll actually go over that article. Let me pull that up. D gonna go over that one about Franklin Templeton. Let me get it pulled up here.
Franklin Templeton.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Franklin Templeton. So Franklin Templeton says Wall Street fears blockchain because it threatens its profits. Like, it actually increases y'all's profits, but okay. Okay.
So Franklin Templeton is saying that for, Wall Street, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So this piece is basically saying that, big finance isn't slow to adopt blockchains because the tech doesn't work, right? They're slow because it could kill a lot of fees they currently make. Here we go again. Y'all was making money on top of money for the longest, yo. Stop crying about them fees, man. when you giving people 0.000 nothing percent on their money. So Franklin Templeton CEO Jenny Johnson, Franklin Templeton is a huge asset manager, 1.74 trillion. So she spoke at a panel in Paris. She said traditional financial firms hesitate to use blockchains because it threatens existing middlemen business models. And listen, the middlemen gonna have to find new jobs too. Listen, the middlemen gonna have to get up out of here, right? So if that's gonna impede on them, they're gonna have to find new gigs too, new ways to get it, because the technology is taking over. Blockchain is not going nowhere. So basically, the proof she gave was, she pointed out to their tokenized money market fund, Benji, right, to argue that doing a transaction on public networks can be cheaper and more efficient than legacy rails. She cited internal comparisons, right? The old system about $1.30 per transaction for 50,000 transactions, but on Stellar blockchain is about $1.13 to run, right? So what's that trying to show is that even if the difference sounds small per transaction, is big at scale turning up, because if you're doing hundreds of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions per second or whatever, right, and it's $1.13 compared to $1.30, that's a huge dash difference. You're saving a lot of money, fam. And then they're leaning. So why Templeton is leaning in anyways, because this comes right after Franklin Templeton announced the MoonPay partnership that lets institutional investors move between stablecoins and Franklin Templeton's tokenized money market fund via on-chain workflow. So they're actively building ways to bring big money clients to move in and out of tokenized assets more smoothly, right? We just talked about the X stocks. Now we're talking about this, right? Because these are the major players, right? When Kurt was on here, he was talking about the institutional value, the institutional money. These are the big players. You want to put your pennies up against their dollars. That's exactly what he was saying the other day, right? So Blockstream CEO Adam Back, who was also on the panel, emphasized one of Bitcoin's big points, that you can self-custody, you can have more privacy, and you don't need an institution. And then Johnson's counterpoint was basically most normal investors don't want to be their own bank forever, right? People usually prefer a trusted, regulated custodian like a bank, for peace of mind. Yeah, most people just trust the banks anyway, you know what I mean? But for institutions to move big wealth on chain, they need standardized compliance, they need low regulatory rails, and they need custody layers that regulators and big firms accept. So in her view, even in blockchain future, regulated intermediaries don't disappear. They just change roles and charge different kinds of fees. So those middlemen are not all of them are going to go anywhere, but they're going to need less of them. They're going to need less of them because they're going to be doing different types of roles, especially with these AI agents moving the way they're moving. So, yeah. So we know the banks is in. We know the banks is going to try to, do everything they can not to get investors into this type of thing. But at the same time, they just flooding people out. Fam.
For sure. Okay, yeah, with misleading information.
Yeah.
They ain't telling everybody the whole story. Got you. Okay. So the next article I want to go over, I'll go ahead and go over this Clarity Act. Okay, so yeah, let's get into that real quick. So yeah, Clarity Act survival depends on the U.S. Senate getting a lot of non-crypto work done. So the Clarity Act's biggest risk isn't crypto politics, it's the Senate. I was kind of went over there earlier about Tom really not being on their side. So that's pretty much what this is really talking about. It's really just a bunch of stuff that we kind of talk about every day. But we did get put on, we talked about this yesterday. The bill has taken a procedural step toward the Senate floor. So it is now been formally offered for the Senate calendar. Now, we haven't got a date or time yet. So, but that is a good, I guess we're going in the right direction so that we can go ahead and get a vote. So we can get this Senate vote so we can go on to the next step and get this shit on Trump desk. Mm-hmm. So they basically saying that they only have 8 weeks of Senate floor time. They only have 8 weeks. So, that's not a long time for Congress because they move slow as hell. So yeah, 8 weeks. So we'll see if they'll get it done. I think they're gonna get it done though. I think it's just they don't want people to time it. They want people to be nervous about whatever trades they getting in, and you know how it goes. They want people second guessing themselves because they just putting out all these different obstacles, making it seem like they can't get this done in a timely fashion. Like truthfully, it's Wednesday. If they wanted to get Clarity Act done by Friday, they could. If they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If they really wanted to, they could get the Senate floor. They can get they go ahead and vote, and then whatever the next thing is to get to Trump's desk, and then it'll just go to Trump's desk and he signs it. Like, it's not that difficult. So Trump can sign this bill wherever. He doesn't have to be at the White House to sign it. He does not need to be in the Oval Office. Trump could be in, you know what I'm saying? He could be in, in Florida at his Mar-a-Lago home. He could sign it there. Like, doesn't matter. That's like, So all of this making it seem like it's just gonna take them a long. It's just because they choose to take a long time. It's not because it has to take a long time. It's just by choice. Because if they want to make something a priority, they're gonna make it a priority. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the Clarity Act. So we are trading in the right direction. Again, we're just waiting on a date on when the Senate floor vote will be. So we'll keep an eye on that and keep y'all updated. We'll go to the next article I have. So whenever Kraken. I'm missing one for you. The 79% was that one?
Yep.
Okay. 79% of middle market firms plan embedded finance upgrades within a year. I thought this was another big article that came out today.
Yeah.
79% of middle market firms plan embedded finance upgrades within a year. That means like now.
We'll talk about what embedded finance even means. So basically what this article is talking about, embedded finance. So instead of sending customers to a bank app, the company builds money features directly in the experience. So paying inside, an app checkout, instant payouts to sellers, drivers, offering pay later financing, issuing branded debit cards and business expense accounts, right? So that's embedded finance. It's a non-bank company's product, right? That like with Cash App, they got the afterpay feature on there now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's embedded. So the biggest stat here is that the reported survey 515 senior leaders at U.S. companies and found that 79% of middle market firms revenue $250 million to $1 billion plan to upgrade embedded finance within 12 months, compared to 63% of firms over $1 billion. So the most aggressive group is not the biggest companies, it's the middle, right? And that's interesting because the middle market firms are big enough to need serious systems, but not big enough to have everything fully standardized and settled. So why the middle market firms are the inflection point here is because that the report basically says that these companies are in a messy middle stage. So they already tested embedding finance and know it could work, but they're now trying to scale it across the business. So that creates the operational friction that they got. And then the common problems that they cited was, strategic alignment plus ROI challenges. 45% of middle market firms, almost double, right? It's more complex across different departments and technology integration. So the hard part isn't should they do it. The hard part is how do we roll this out without creating chaos, cost overturns, and compliance risk? Well, your company may have to partner with a bigger company that does this. I think that's what a lot of companies are going to do. Are they going to start merging together, to survive, right? Especially if you're in that middle pack, right? Because some of those middle pack companies might fall off completely. So the technology prioritized differ by the company size. The smaller firms prioritize practical upgrades and make them operations faster and clearer for real-time payments, analytics, and cloud infrastructure. But the larger firms now show more interest on blockchain and DeFi related initiatives. These big companies will be in the blockchain. These big companies will be in DeFi. Even if you're a smaller company, you're going to have to get adjusted to blockchain. You're going to have to get adjusted to stablecoin payments. Because what if you got somebody that want to give you $10,000 in USDC? You're going to say, no, I don't think so. Right? You better figure out how to do it.
Figure out how to get that USDC.
I don't think so.
What I need? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Exactly. You better pull that shit up. Right. You better figure that shit out quick. Right? So if you're a smaller company and you don't accept payments, for crypto payments or stuff like that, or stable coins, you might want to start doing that. right? Hell, we accept crypto payments, right? So this has to, you know, scale across the board. And then the smaller companies, they care most about trust and security, which is, you know, not a bad thing. And then the larger companies care more about customization and fit in with their overall strategy because, you know, they're bigger. But the middle market companies, 32% say it's important that their embedded finance partner has a bank charter, okay? Because a lot of these middle of the road companies, they may not have the capital or may not have the clout to get a bank charter. So they're gonna have to partner up with a company, get in where they fit in. And that bank charter matters because you're talking about compliance, governance, audits, and long-term scalability. All right. So this was an excellent article. This is a great article, Queen. It was a lot of big news today. You did your thing. You did your thing.
I try. I try.
Yeah.
The last article I have is this Microsoft article. I was telling you earlier, if I was like rich, like sitting on like 5-10 billion or something like in that realm, I would be investing in some Microsoft stock. Because I think Microsoft is about to go crazy in the next couple of years. Microsoft has unveiled Microsoft Scout. It's a new AI product that goes beyond a chatbot. So Microsoft is calling it the first autopilot AI agent, meaning it can work continuously in the background and take actions on a user's behalf instead of waiting for commands. This is some different shit. I'm gonna say that one more time in case somebody missed it. So Microsoft has unveiled Microsoft Scout, which is a new AI product that goes beyond a chatbot. Microsoft is calling it the first autopilot AI agent, meaning it can work continuously in the background and take actions on a user's behalf instead of waiting for commands. So
that's
what
crazy.
makes Scout different? Yeah, that's crazy. So what makes Scout different? Most AI tools today are assistants. You ask a question, AI responds, the conversation ends. Scout is designed to be an always-on digital worker. It's going to monitor your calendar, coordinate meetings, prepare meeting materials, track deadlines, block time on your schedule, identify stalled projects, work across multiple Microsoft applications simultaneously. So think of it as moving from AI assistant to AI employee. So this matters because this is part of a much bigger trend called agentic AI. We've been talking about it. Shout out to DeFi King. He literally told y'all last January that this was going to have an uptick, and it literally did that. So the industry is shifting from AI that answers questions to AI that actually performs tasks. Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, Meta, and Anthropic are all racing toward autonomous AI agents that can execute workflows without constant human prompting. So Microsoft's new category is autopilot. So Microsoft created a new category called autopilots. According to Microsoft, autopilots stay active in the background, learn user priorities, have their own digital identity, operate across apps and systems, take action automatically within permissions set by the user or company. And Scout is the first autopilot, but Microsoft clearly intends to build more. Who y'all think gonna win this race? Because I feel like it's a race between Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, Meta, and Anthropic toward autonomous AI agents. Who wins that race?
Well, shout out to Mike in the chat. What's good, Mike?
Mike in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah. What's good, Mike?
What's good, Mike?
Yeah. Mike. He know about them AI agents.
That's why I would love to hear Mike's input on this one. This is a crazy topic for somebody like Mike. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. So I think, remember I told you about Google and how they not really promoting their AI, right? Gemini is like that, fam. I feel like between
you showed me yesterday.
Gemini and Anthropic, OpenAI is kind of like lagging. I know they was a leader, 3 years ago, but they kind of like lagging in the race. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sleep on Microsoft neither. I'm not gonna sleep on, but I'm talking about Anthropic right now, Anthropic and Google Gemini. Because Google, their advantage is that real-time data, fam. Like they got the data on lock.
They got all the data.
Yeah, they got that real-time data. So they like an oracle within itself, for real. And while the other guys might lag behind with that real-time data. So yeah, Anthropic and Google for me.
Man, yeah, I could agree with that. It's because of the Google data situation. If it wasn't for that, I would say Microsoft had a chance.
Yeah,
but I think Microsoft would be top 3 though.
No,
top
no.
5,
Yeah.
top 5 at least. But I don't think they're gonna beat Google. I really don't.
Yeah,
Google going crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Wow, and somebody shout out to Casey. She said, "Yep, that's where they're gonna use. Oh, that's what they're gonna use to take people's jobs." The more you know, the more you know, the better off you will be. I keep telling y'all. So imagine you got this going on in the background, and now they can go fully. Now we have fully automated AI agents on top of the payment system being instant because we got the Clarity Act. You think you're gonna have a job? You think you're gonna have a job by 2030? Listen, for a couple of y'all, I got an igloo in Arizona for sale for the low.
Damn.
Come get it. Come get it. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that to discourage anybody, but this is more investing. So when you get that email or that phone call or they call y'all into that break room and you trying to figure out why everybody in here and they give y'all them packages. They start handing them packages out. You are already prepared. You ain't even tripping. You like, you know what? I knew this was coming. I was just waiting on y'all to tell us. That's the attitude you gotta have when it happened. Like, I was just waiting on you to tell me I'm good anyway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was just extra money. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Walk out that door smiling, but make sure y'all send that motherfucking package because I worked here for 10 years. I want all my money.
Give me that severance. Yeah, just like 818.
Give me that severance. Make sure y'all get my severance though. Yeah. But I'm out. Appreciate y'all. It's be easy. See y'all on the other side if you make it. That's got to be your mentality now. Like, y'all can't go in there crying and doing that. That's what they want. They want you when they're like sobbing. No, nigga, I don't care. I was just waiting for y'all to give me my severance. That's the only reason I stayed. Right. I was waiting on my severance package. But yeah.
What y'all think about the laptop they got coming out with NVIDIA and Microsoft? Nah, that's a good collab right there, fam. That's a good collab. You know what I mean? NVIDIA, they like damn near the biggest company out here. So NVIDIA, low key, the reason why the stock market is as high as it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good collab right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see more. You're gonna see more of these collabs. You're gonna see more big companies and medium-sized companies collab with the bigger companies because the bigger company may have the capital, but the medium-sized company may have the technology and the users. You're gonna see a lot of that shit, fam. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to see a lot more mergers and acquisitions moving forward.
Yeah, no, for sure. That I think that was pretty much it. They just talk about the autopilots that we just talked about the agents staying active in the background, learning your priorities, having their own digital identity. That's gonna be another thing. It's gonna be able to operate across apps and systems and take action automatically within permissions set by the user or company. So, but enterprises will care about this because Scout connects directly into Outlook, Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint, calendars, emails, contracts, internal company data. So that's for Microsoft. For corporations, that means less administrative work. So if you do administrative work right now, you're on the clock. You need to be figuring it out. Fewer scheduling bottlenecks. If you work in scheduling, I used to be a scheduler for Coca-Cola. If you work in scheduling, you're on the clock. Faster project coordination and reduced employee workload. So the goal is to make knowledge workers more productive while allowing organizations to automate many routine tasks. So a lot of assistants and stuff, y'all just gonna be up out here. Because for folks like us, like this is gonna be like if me and D had an assistant or Rick had an assistant. Like, this will get them on up out the door. I'd be looking at an assistant like, I'm going to give you 90 days to figure it out. I'm going to give you 90 days because, because it's crazy because I did see someone, did you send me that? Oh, D, you sent that Instagram yesterday. The guy actually did an example of exactly what we're talking about.
Oh,
the
yeah,
IG post you sent me yesterday. Y'all, we can actually show y'all in real time. Hold on, let me pull that. D, you got to do it. My Wi-Fi stupid.
Okay, yeah,
I'm putting the link back at the bottom. I got you. I know you got a lot going on. Hold on. I think it's that one. Yeah, y'all watch this real quick. I'm gonna flip the camera for y'all over here on TikTok. So y'all can see this in real time how this is gonna work. This is why I was saying what I was saying about the assistants. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because you dead ass not gonna need them. Dead ass not gonna need no assistant.
Can you unshare your screen?
Oh yeah, my bad. Hold on. Let me go back over here. I might have to refresh. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right. I should see it now, right?
Yeah, let me put you big. All right, cool. Yeah, let me make this big. Hold on. All right. Yeah, show the people what we talking about. Turn the volume on.
Oh.
Hey. If not, I can show it on my iPad. Because I want them to see this.
Yeah, I don't know why the sign been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. I'm about to pull it up right here.
Okay. All right.
All right, so it says tech and AI is moving faster than ever. Here's the biggest news of the last 7 days. I'm about to go to the next slide right now.
Check this out. No hands. Ready? Hey, Cookie, can you please open up Spotify and play AC/DC for me?
Bear with me, y'all. It's literally not trying to.
Not trying to swipe.
It's not trying to. I had it since 2020, but I thought I had it another couple years on it.
Technology, man.
Like, it's dead ass, like, look at this.
They
It's not
did that shit
swiping.
on purpose.
Yeah, they want me to go get another one. It's dead ass not swiping. You see, it's just like, I can't swipe.
Yeah, it's right now.
Yeah, but it's like, it's acting stupid because even when I try to, like, it's not letting me swipe up either. I'm trying to close the app out. It's not letting me. Dang, why we can't hear anything, dude?
I don't know.
Alright, so pause your screen. Don't share your screen. Let me just start on mine. Instagram is not like it's YouTube. Stop sharing your screen. That's gonna make me mad, bro. I'm trying to show y'all this shit. That shit gonna piss me off. Hold on. Alright.
There we go.
Alright. Let's see if y'all be able to like hear it though.
You got to turn the.
Spotify 50%? It's so loud.
Got it. Growing Spotify to 50%, so it's less than 10.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Cookie, can you open up my Stripe dashboard for me in my browser? Let's see if we made any money today.
It's gonna do that because of the TikTok.
Opening your Stripe
Damn.
dashboard.
Rick, can I send it to you and you play it?
$140 in a day is not very good.
Yeah, you want
Hey, do you have my
I'm
Google
sending it
Ads
on
integration connected?
Telegram right now.
Yes, Google Ads is
Damn, this is
connected.
crazy.
Okay, Cookie, hey, Cookie, I want you to focus.
Boy, good God.
Yeah, it's like we come so far, but we still got.
A long way to go.
Instagram. Let me see.
We can hear them on YouTube. You can hear them. You could have heard it.
Hold on. Because I got the feedback. Because we trying to figure out the audio stuff. All right, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute on something. All right, so hold on.
Yeah, just mute your TikTok.
All right, TikTok is muted. All right. And then
All right, check this out. No hands. Ready? Hey, Clicky, can you please open up Spotify and play AC/DC for me? Maybe Back in Black. I love that song.
You guys can't hear it on my on Patreon, on my YouTube.
Rock on. It's playing Back in Black now.
Amazing, amazing. Clicky, hey, Clicky, it's a little bit loud. Could you turn it down in Spotify 50%? It's so loud.
Got it. Lowering Spotify to 50%, so it's less intense.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Clicky, can you open up my Stripe dashboard for me in my browser? Let's see if we made any money today.
Opening your Stripe dashboard now.
Oh man, $140 in a day is not very good. Hey, do you have my Google Ads integration connected?
Yes, Google Ads is connected and ready to use.
All right.
That's going to do it. Even started an ad campaign so that he could make some sales. Like, crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm blocking that account now. I just blocked that account. That Looney Tunes account. I got you. Yeah, y'all, that was the main thing I wanted y'all to see, because that shit is happening in real time. That shit's happening right now.
Look at this damn soccer player, yo. This shit crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Doing anything, but like as far as just having an assistant and helping you with your workload and your tasks, even for your 9 to 5, if you're blessed to keep your job a little longer than others, that is gonna help y'all with your own job. Like, that's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to get so much done so much quicker and get your time back and actually do something. So yeah, no, this is major. This is epic. They saying they can't hear you on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, they can now.
Oh, they can now. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. So yeah, for those that want to join Only Crypto, the link is in the bio. Just click on our link tree that's in the bio, scroll, and you'll see the Only Crypto link to tap in with Only Crypto. I think it's $99 a month, and you can pay in XRP. So yeah, for those that want to take advantage of copy trading. So the link for that is in the bio. Hit up D. Everybody needs to be making sure that they're in that trust. Make sure y'all take advantage of that free trust. His company's offering a free trust right now. It costs about $2,000 to $4,000 to start up a trust. So make sure y'all tap in with D to get that free trust, especially if you hold in these digital assets. They are very valuable, and you definitely need to have your digital assets and all your assets in a trust. Okay.
I don't know how long they're gonna be doing it for either. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as with a trust and shit like that. So take advantage of this trust while it's free. Go to the link in the bio.
Yeah, so take advantage of that. And then we also have the expo coming up on August 1st. So June 20th, we got to close the RSVPs because we got to make sure we have a head count of how many people are coming. Okay. So June 20th, we close the RSVPs. We'll still be accepting donations and stuff, but we got to close that RSVP so we can make sure that we have that head count. and that we properly organize the event. So for those that want to just donate to the cause, the link is in the bio. A lot of y'all love the channel. Y'all love what we do. We finally coming outside. We finally doing a meet and greet / private networking event. So make sure y'all support the cause. A lot of y'all enjoy the news and the updates and us coming on here every day. So y'all got to support the movement, support the channel. And if you even can't support financially, make sure you're reposting. Make sure you're liking, the content. Make sure you're commenting. All of that stuff matters. All of that stuff counts. But again, the link is in the bio for all of that. So make sure you go ahead and RSVP. You can pay in full, and that does include a +1. So that RSVP price does include the +1. You can pay in full. You can pay in crypto. You can pay in full. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, the link is in the bio. We are closing it on June 20th. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in with us before the 20th. So we can ensure that this event will be safe. That's number one priority, safe, and that you guys get what you get what you're coming for as far as networking, and just being in that room, being in that space among like-minded individuals. Okay, so but yeah, other than that, y'all, that's pretty much all we had. The link is in the bio for everything. Just click on that link tree. We made it pretty easy. Classes, everything is in that bio for those that want the classes. The questionnaire for the trust. And only crypto link is all in the link tree. So tap in with us. Other than that, we'll be back on. We got updates. Other than that, yeah, we'll see y'all.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all.
All right.